So what ships are worth putting a legendary mod on? That's a very interesting question because there's no way anybody can put a legendary mod on every single one of their ships. They're just too expensive. Could you put them on 2 or 3 or 4 of your most played ships and then just swap them out? Because once you buy them, you have them. You can take it and put it on a different ship. Now, you're not going to want to do that every game, but let's say there's 3 or 4 ships that you really like to play, and that's what you play the most, and you could put legendary mods on them, and then over time, whenever your most played 3 or 4 ships starts to change, you could get rid of those mods and move them over to a new ship. You got to realize these mods are pretty darn expensive. I mean, you're talking 2,000 steel to put a mod on something, and that's just, woo. I don't know if a legendary here on something like a Salem I don't think this is really probably the way to go. I do think, though, if you were to put this on something like Yamato, I think that would be a really good one for it. So here's your Yamato's 4th slot, and this is all you can put on here is main battery, secondary you're never going to do. Maybe you do AA gun, maybe. But probably not. It's not going to do anything for you, really. To go up to the epic, you know, that really won't do anything for you. I'm just going to be honest. You know, every 30k you get minus 2% on the reload. That's not going to do anything crazy for you. Where the benefit would be on the backside of this is the legendary mod. Now, if you got that, every kill you would get, which that's going to make kill stealing a thing, but every kill you get an extra 5% damage. The reason that's a big deal is because the alpha damage on this, 16,280, and that's a Citadel, 16,280, you would add 5% to whatever that number is. Let's say you get 2 or 3 kills kind of early on. Then you're talking your reload goes down to like 17, and you've got 15% more damage on top of 16,280. You can start to see where that adds up rather quickly. I'm not really sure that any of these perks are going to make a huge difference when it comes to things like cruisers, but without a doubt, I think when it comes to a battleship, I think that's where you're really going to start to see some of those numbers go up. I mean, sure, yes, I've got it here on Salem. Sure, I've got it on stuff like Colbert. But I don't think that really makes a huge impact difference. But what you're looking for is like that plus 15 or plus 20% on top of 16,000. That's when you start really taking a big chunk. So you're working on a Kraken. If you hit 2 or 3 sits with like plus 15, plus 20% added damage bonus, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like that's going to be like 20... into the 22s, 20... So, like, you could take a full health cruiser with Yamato, and you could hit it for 2 Citadels and dev strike it. At, like, 22k alpha, somewhere in there. 23 alpha. That's... yikes. Even something like these IGNs, I mean, this isn't going to be a huge boost here, but this Torpedo launcher's mod 3. Or I'd say I upgrade this to Epic. Well, now every 30k damage, which is basically like a torpedo and a half, I get 2% off my reload time. Let's say I go out and hit 5, 6, 7 torpedoes. Well, I'm going to have like 6, 8% knocked off the top there, up to 10% when it's fully maxed. So up to 10% fully maxed, and then I've got 10% faster on 90 seconds, which comes out to 80 seconds-ish. On top of that, these torpedoes hit for like 21k. Well, let's say I get a couple kills, 2, 3 kills. Now I'm doing, instead of 21k, add 10, 15% to that, even up to 20% to that. I mean, you go from hitting a torpedo that hits for 21, now the torpedo hits for 25, 28. You could half health a battleship with 1 torpedo almost. If you're out there and you got some kills under your belt, and it's really hard to steal kills from people that get hit with hard-hitting torpedoes. So, yeah, I mean, it is kind of crazy. And I definitely think you're going to see a lot more people trying to kill steel so they can activate some of these perks, which that might be the downside to legendary perks. I personally don't think they're that OP, but it is something new that's come to the game, so it is what it is. Either way, just remember, you're looking at 2,500 steel to take a basic mod, make it epic, make it legendary. 2,500. That is a lot. That's a lot of cheddar. So just think about that as you just willy-nilly buy some of these mods. That'll take you a long time to make back. Hope this helps you make smart decisions with your steel. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace!